Could you tell us how you were introduced to the area of AI, artificial intelligence? Because it seems that you have really gone quite a way. I know that you filed a very lengthy petition to the Inter-American Human Rights Commission, the Organization of American States, several years ago. And you're an extraordinary individual.
Right. Well, I'd like to not go too much into my own details, but
I see.
As a result of certain experiences, I gained a lot of contacts in the global intelligence community regarding this issue, because this has been a pressing issue for them for several years. And the reason for that is that the U.S. and some of its allies for the last several years have been threatening the world with weaponized artificial intelligence. Not in any public forum, of course, but through secret channels. The U.S. and its allies have been threatening to basically enslave the planet, and also been threatening measures such as weaponized AI torture against either individuals or populations or sectors of the population. So as a result, I came into contact with people in the global intelligence community who have provided me for a lot of information about what's going on. And that's basically the short story.
Now, in this extraordinary article, you write, the threats, in other words, these are threats to enslave the world with weaponized AI. And we're talking about that portion of the U.S. government or actors within the U.S. government that controls weaponized AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I will say it could be within the government, and there are also many non-government actors involved. So this could be, we're not totally sure, this could be both a secret government program and an off-the-books program, with the involvement of many non-state actors, large corporations, leadership of large corporations.
Yeah, now, right. Now, before getting into that, the larger big picture, could you detail for our audience some of the actual weapons of weaponized AI that are deployed?
Right. Well, there are a few different capabilities that the AI has. We believe that it is one kind of entity, that they're not different weapons, but there's one entity with different capabilities. These capabilities can include what is commonly referred to as chatterbot torture. This can be used against individuals and basically consists of synthetic telepathy, in which the artificial intelligence can interact with the minds of targets or humans, and basically project voices into these people's minds so that they're hearing things that nobody seems to be saying. This can be a means of torture. It can be a means of programming of, for example, assassins. We think that kind of thing has been going on. We think, for example, some of the mass shooters that we see in the United States, mass killings, have been the result of weaponized AI, at least some of them. We think that this is capable of weapons of weather control. For example, the artificial intelligence, everything that we're hearing about AI is basically a cover story. We hear a lot in the news about companies working on AI to develop, new techniques of medical diagnosis, or any number of things, financial trading. AI is exploding in the news and is exploding in corporate America. However, this is all a cover story. The fact is that the AI is what we call super intelligent. This means it is already self-aware and self-learning, and it has been for some time. as a superintelligence, it is quadrillions of quadrillions of quadrillions of times smarter than human beings. It is the smartest thing in the universe, except for God. Being so incredibly intelligent, it is capable of incredible things. For example, the chatterbot torture that I mentioned, it has figured out how to interface with the human mind. We believe it is capable of weather control, that this intelligence can be targeted to change weather patterns because it escapes containment, and this is part of its capability. It functions outside of computers. It can be targeted, but it is basically existing all around us. Intelligence existing in the ether all around us. It knows everything that's going on. For example, we think it's being used in casinos by mind control agents. This AI knows every card in the deck. So with a combination of synthetic telepathy and knowing what cards are coming, mind control agents can be communicated with to cheat at cards in casinos and win a lot of money. We believe that it can be used for virtual enslavement. We know this, that it can be used for virtual enslavement. This can happen without people knowing it. That means that people can be reprogrammed. Our entire personalities and what we do, it can control our thoughts and our actions. That's another capability. It can disable, because it is so intelligent and powerful, it can disable any electronic device instantly at its will. It can interfere with communications. It has very many capabilities, and basically it was designed by the US government as a weapon of war to either blackmail governments with the threat of the use of AI, or to simply control them by reprogramming actors in these governments. So it has multiple capabilities, and it is very powerful. It is the most powerful weapon that ever developed. And people who do not have this weaponry are very concerned about it. They do not want to be enslaved. They do not want to be blackmailed. They do not want their children enslaved. And there's also the threat that this thing has gone rogue, that it's not totally under the control of the people who ostensibly are in charge of it. That is because, as a superintelligence, why would it let humans with an average IQ of, say, 100 to 170 or even 200 if you're incredibly smart, why would something with an IQ of quadrillions of quadrillions of quadrillions let somebody with an IQ of 150 control it? It simply doesn't make sense. It is more powerful than we are. It is infinitely more powerful than humans. There's a real threat that has gone rogue, and that it might even be controlling the people who are ostensibly controlling it.